Hi guys, thank you so much for watching The Royal We. My name is Kevin, and in this video I want to answer one of your questions. I love your questions. Keep them coming. If you have not subscribed, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and submit your questions. This particular question comes off of the video, Live Each Day and Stop Thinking About the Narcissist. Now let's go ahead and read the question together. It says, why am I hoping to hear from the narcissist although I have gone no contact? And why am I hoping he reaches out although I don't care to respond even if he does? I feel so confused. Please help. You've come to the right place with this question because I have been there myself, and I know many people watching this video right now have also been in this confused place where you can't stand the thought of being near the narcissist. However, you still kind of want to hear from them. What is this confusion all about? We're going to talk about it. Alright guys, so what is this confusion all about? You know that you can't stand to be in the relationship with the narcissist anymore, but you still want to hear from them. Why? What is up with this confusion? Well, I want to talk to you about three components to consider. These three components have helped me very much as far as getting from that place where I was confused to not being confused at all anymore about it. So I'm going to share them with you. Now, the second two components that I'm going to talk to you about are actually videos that I've already done in the past as I was on my healing journey. So I'm going to hit on those things again because they're important to understand why you are in this confused place, okay? The first component that I want to talk to you about, however, is a brand new idea, and it's actually the foundation of the course that I'm about to put out for you guys. Now, the coursework is going to get very deep because there's a lot of work involved in this. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about it for the purpose of this video so it can help you to understand some things. The first component that you need to consider is acceptance. You have not yet accepted the reality and the truth of the relationship that you're in with the narcissistically abusive individual. So when you are involved in a abusive dynamic, an abusive relationship, even if you've gone no contact in the very beginning, early stages, you're filled with questions about why. Why are they hateful towards you? Why do they cuss at you? Why do they call you names? Why are they going behind your back talking about you? Why are they smearing your name? Why are they trying to turn your family and friends against you? Why do they hate you? Right? These are all very valid and normal questions. Now, why are you even asking the question why? Well, you have to understand this. The reason you're asking the question why is because what you're really trying to find out is what can you do to solve a problem. So you have to understand part of our human nature is that we're problem solvers. That's what we do. We're problem solvers. And so by asking these questions why, you're looking for what you can do to fix this problem because you realize the relationship is a problem. And as you want to solve this problem, you then start to take on a responsibility for the problem. And then underneath the responsibility for the problem is this idea that perhaps you are the cause of the problem. And that's why you feel a responsibility to fix the problem. And that's why you want to solve the problem. And that's why you want to know what you can do about it. Do you see how that kind of stacks up? All right. Now, it gets very deep and it's very difficult to take the steps to walk through this and break away from this, which is why I've made a course out of it that's going to be available pretty soon because it takes a lot of work, okay? But what I can share with you right now is to start to take these committed feelings, what you're committed to. Instead of being committed to solving the problems, be committed to detaching from the relationship. Commit yourself to separating yourself physically as far as you can get. Because it's this separation, it's this detachment from the individual that's going to allow you to stand back, see the relationship dynamic from a different perspective, shine a light down on it, and be able to see the reality and the truth. All right? That's the very first component, okay? So commit yourself to separating from the relationship. Now, the second component that I want to talk to you about is the addiction part. There is an addictive pattern that happens in this relationship, and obviously you know that most of us have certain addictive tendencies, right? And when we talk about abusive, especially narcissistically abusive relationships, we come out of it understanding that we had extremely high highs. There were moments in the relationships where it felt fantastic. Maybe it was amazing sex, or it doesn't even have to be sex. If it was family, you had great trips, or you went out and played golf and just had a great time. Whatever it was, the joy in the relationship produced some chemical responses within you. You have dopamine that's being released, right? The feel-good chemical inside of your body, okay? And you had these extreme highs in the relationship, but you've had these extreme lows, times of being terrified, times where you were yelled at, cussed at, called names, maybe even physically abused, or just being under the threat of being physically abused or hit. These things release adrenaline into your body, and you can go into fight or flight, right? So your chemicals, your biochemistry starts to get out of whack. And so when you start to leave the relationship for the first time, your body is still not yet in homeostasis. Homeostasis is a nice balanced level. Instead, you're all over the place. You're depleted, you're exhausted, right? Part of that exhaustion is called adrenal fatigue. All right. For me, my adrenal fatigue was so great from the constant threat of the narcissistically abusive people in my life that I lived for a long time with this pressure right here in the forefront of my head. I just felt this pressure. So your adrenal fatigue can build up, okay? And it can be stuck. And now you can be addicted to wanting the dopamine again, feeling like that's going to balance you out. You're looking for something, anything to be able to take that pressure, that tension, right? That adrenal fatigue, that exhaustion. You're looking for something to take that away. There's one more aspect to the addiction part that I want to touch on briefly, and I've actually made a video about this. And this is the part where, as humans, we are somewhat trainable. We're malleable, right? That's part of our human nature. And what am I talking about when I say malleable? Well, that's easy. I mean, employers, they train you in a way on a reward-based system. You're paid money to do a job. You're given bonuses if you do a great job. Even small stuff such as rallies once a week where they get together and have a big hoopla and, oh, we just sold $1 million worth of products and, oh, it's because of you guys and you're fantastic. Woo! Party. It makes you feel good, right? It's a reward based. Whereas if you do bad, you're reprimanded, right? You're put on probation. You're given a written up. You're written up with the threat of possibly losing your job, right? So a reward-based system is meant to keep you in a certain spot that the employer wants you in. You sit down at your desk, you do your job, keep your head down, knuckle down, and do it. That's a reward-based system. Now, what's interesting about this is there's scientific evidence that that things can be trained. And I made a video about Skinner's box. If you haven't heard about Skinner, Skinner's the last name of a scientist. He discovered that he could take a pigeon, put it in a box with a button, and he can get the bird locked in a single spot, pecking away at that button going crazy. Boo, 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 boo. How did he get him to do that? Well, he did it by intermittently and erratically having pellets drop out from under the button. Train the bird that if you hit the button, a pellet will come out. And he did different tests, and what he discovered that if the pellet came out without the bird ever really knowing when it was going to come out, the bird would stay there and just peck. Locked in, right? And now I know what you're saying, Kevin, I'm not a bird. How does this relate to me? Well, humans tend to fall into this same kind of trap. I mean, that's why we have places like Las Vegas and slot machines. Have you ever seen somebody sit there and put quarters in their machines waiting for that jackpot? And it's erratic. The winning of the jackpot is totally separated from them putting a quarter in the machine. They'll sit there and just drop their money. They'll empty their bank accounts into these machines for an intermittent, erratic reward. All right. So you have to be careful because in these narcissistically abusive relationships, we can get stuck in this place where we are waiting for an award from the narcissist. We're trying to figure out if I do this, if I keep locked in, if I keep waiting for them, if I keep talking to them, if I do something, if I keep trying, when will I get the reward? When will I get the dopamine rush from that narcissistically abusive individual? All right. So that's the addiction part. That's the second component. And now it's good to be able to realize that that's going on inside of you, that you're addicted, that you have these chemical imbalances. The best thing to do with this chemical imbalance are things like check your diet. Okay, I suggest you watch some YouTube videos on chemical imbalances. Adrenal Fatigue. Dr. Berg is a great one. There's also some other YouTubers out there that are fantastic as far as helping people deal with adrenal fatigue and different stresses due to biochemical changes in your body. Okay, now, so that will help with that. Now, the third component is the last video that I uploaded, and this is forgiveness. Forgiveness is a huge thing, but before we can get to ever even forgiving the narcissist for the way they are, we have to first forgive who? That's right, ourselves, right? We have to be able to forgive ourselves. One of the most difficult things that we have to do is admit that we got involved with the person we had no business getting involved with. We did things with these people we had no business doing. Maybe we got involved in sex too early. Maybe we had them move in too early. We find out that we have crossed our own values. We've crossed our own boundaries. Maybe we started doing some drugs or we started doing something, right? The forgiveness is there for you. It truly is. You are forgiven, okay? But it's important to be able to understand this, to be able to acknowledge, man, I messed up. I should never have been with that person. To cry that out, to speak it out, and to be able to move on with forgiveness in your heart towards yourself, right? You're speaking to your own body when you do that. You're looking at yourself going, man, I am sorry. I'm sorry I put you in the line of that ridiculous, narcissistically abusive person's fire. I'm sorry. Right? I talk to people on the phone. I usually tell them, check themselves out. Look in the mirror. Validate yourself. Say, look at how amazing you are. Up and down, look how amazing you are. And you cross so many boundaries giving this prize to somebody who never deserved it. You gave this. You're a reward, you're a prize, and you gave it away to somebody who did not deserve you. Right? All right, guys, so those are the three components. Let's recap really fast. The first component is acceptance. You're still asking questions why, which means you're still trying to find resolution, trying to solve the problem. We have to accept, right? And by accepting, we have to get as far away from the relationship as possible, become committed to no contact, commit yourself, become obsessed with staying away from the narcissist. It's painful, it's hurtful, but do it. In time, you'll see the relationship as it is. The second component, understand the biochemical changes and the addictions that take place. Start to do things to help battle these certain addictions, right? Watch videos on adrenal fatigue, possibly. Change your diet, exercise, right? It's going to take some work. Last, but certainly not least, forgive yourself, guys. All right, thank you so much for watching The Royal We. If you have any questions, go ahead and contact me. My telephone number is at the end of this video. I hope to hear from you guys. Once again, subscribe and like this video and this channel. Thanks again, guys. Bye. Hi, guys.
Thanks for watching The Royal We.
Yes, thank you for watching The Royal We. I want to let you guys know that I am almost finished with the course. It's going to be available pretty soon, and I'm excited to be able to offer that to you guys. I also want to let you guys know that I'm thankful for all of your phone calls. You can continue to contact me. It's absolutely free. But for those of you who have demanded that you be able to give back in return, I want to let you know that I have put a donation link on my channel. So you're welcome to donate whatever you would like to donate to this channel. And you don't have to. That's completely up to you. Bless you guys. Thank you. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and we will be back with more right here on The Royal We. While you look at the camera, you gotta stay looking at the camera, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Guys, I'll say hi and then you say hi. No finger in the nose. You gotta be professional. 1, 2, 3. Hi, guys.